Well, the fun thing about this show is that you never know where it's going to take you. But today we are almost at sea. We're at the James Bay base of the Canadian Coast Guard. And the reason we are here is, starting here, is with Deborah. Now, Deborah, you are with Verity Home Care.
That's right,
and
yeah.
tell me a bit about what you do and what your organization does.
We have a home care company for seniors in Vancouver area. And we also do a lot of charity work with cadets, homeless veterans, and a number of other organizations. Yeah.
So you mentioned cadets. That's part of the reason why we are here today. What are we doing?
We brought with us 35 Navy League cadets from Captain Rankin in Vancouver, from the base at HMCS Discovery in Stanley Park.
Great.
And they took a bus and came over, and they want to learn more about the Coast Guard. This trip is all about environmental response. They were here about a year ago, and I think we did your show a year ago at sea.
Yes.
And with your predecessor. And what the kids did then was search and rescue technology, and they rescued oranges from the Pat Bay.
How fun.
It was so much fun.
So why did Verity Home Care and you want to get involved with something like this?
I've been involved in the cadet organization ever since my son was a cadet, and he's 27 now, so that was some time ago, but I wanted to pay it forward. So our organization supports a lot of these events. They're doing a tour of Victoria, citizenship tour. So we do, and we also are the camp nurses at the summer camp where they're sailing. And so we just, anything we can do to help them, we participate.
A lot of community involvement. And I have to say, how young are these kids?
These little guys are 9 to 12.
Oh.
And then after they turn 12, they can go to the Sea Cadets. But Navy League is a volunteer organization. It's strictly run by parents and funded by parents, and that's a tremendous accomplishment to be able to afford to come here. And they've done a lot of work. And then once it's Sea Cadets, that's partially funded by the Department of National Defense. So it's a little bit of a relief for parents because there's a bit more support there.
Right, certainly.
A lot more support.
Certainly.
Yeah.
And how great is it for these young students to be able to get exposure to this and the different maritime careers?
Exactly.
I mean, what does that mean for them?
Well, no, normally kids this age wouldn't even know that they could be somebody in the Coast Guard. They wouldn't even think about it unless you expose them to all these careers on the water. They really wouldn't know. They wouldn't have a clue. So these guys have done trips with the Navy dive school. They were at the dive school this morning. Those are our version of the Navy SEALs that the Americans have. So they now know that that's a career that they can have after learning all these sailing skills and nautical skills, leadership skills, citizenship, and that's just an outstanding career for them. Right. So today they're going to go on the water and they're going to do a mock spill cleanup.
Wow.
Exactly.
I was going to say, I wish I had
And then we'll rip around like yahoos on the water in little rubber boats.
That sounds so fun. Well, I've already got my life jacket on. We have to get one for you. And then, Deborah said, later in the show, we're going to come back. We're going to hop on a boat and meet some of the young cadets as well and have some fun.
More excitement to come, and we'll be wearing bright orange onesies.
Can't wait.
Okay, me too.
We're back now with Verity Home Care, and we are very excited. We're about to take off on this boat out to sea here in Victoria. Right. Now, we saw some of the kids. Explain a little bit about their excitement and being able to get to do this.
The kids are thrilled because a lot of them have never been on any Coast Guard vessel, and why would a 9-year-old get to go on one? So it is a brilliant opportunity, and we're going to do an environmental response exercise today, and you'll see what that's like, and they'll lay out the boom, and we'll circle around and have a little see what that's like. And
right.
So exciting.
Okay, we're going to go meet with one of the members of the Canadian Coast Guard just to learn a little bit more about what the kids are going to be doing and learning about today.
Yeah, great, can't wait.
So Gabe, you're overseeing the exercise that these young individuals are doing today. So what exactly are they going to be doing and seeing?
Today, this afternoon, we had an opportunity to show them about Coast Guard operations in general, from our search and rescue program at the lifeboat to our aids to navigation or lights and buoys, and also a good focus on the environmental response aspect, as you can see with our boom deployment and oil recovery equipment showcase that we did.
So that big thing in the water, that's the boom?
That's correct.
Okay, and if there's some sort of oil spill, would that be what you would use to clean it up?
Yes, it's certainly a tool that we use for environmental response.
And what's the importance of these young cadets being able to learn about this?
It's important for them to know that there is somebody here to respond 24/7 to environmental emergencies in the marine environment. It's also important to them as Navy League cadets to understand what we do here at the Coast Guard, and maybe that could be like a career choice later to serve with the Coast Guard.
And something that might help with that career choice is getting to go fast in the boat too.
Absolutely, I missed that part. I'm kind of sad.
Such a fun day today. I'm here now with Angela from Captain Rankin. I have to ask, you just joined recently and this is your first time doing this. What did you think?
It's fun.
Yeah? What did you learn?
I learned how to drive the boat.
And that was your first time doing that?
Yeah.
Pretty neat. Do you think that you'd like to have a career in this one day, maybe? Well, you're only in grade 4, so you've got a little bit of time to figure it out, but hopefully you can come back and have another round here on the boat and try it out again. Yeah, it's great. Now, Deborah, clearly the kids have had such a fun day today.
Adults too, I think.
Adults as well. Exactly. It's been so educational. Now, if people want to learn more about the work that Verity Home Care is doing, what's the best way to find out more?
There's a world of stuff on the internet, so they can just Google Verity Home Care and it'll all pop up.
Great. Well, it's been such a great day. Hope to be back on the water sometime soon and doing this again.
Thanks for being such a good sport.
Today we are here with Verity Home Care, who is involved with many different organizations, including the Navy League Cadets, who we're going to learn more about shortly. But I want to introduce you to Deborah. Deborah, it's lovely to see you again. I was going to say, are we going to fly away somewhere, or can I come and take a little seat with you? Thank you very much.
First of all, we're not actually in the helicopter business.
Fair enough. Yes, fair enough. But what are we doing here today?
Today we are supporting the Captain Rankin Navy League Cadet Corps, and they've come to learn more about the Coast Guard. They've got an educational program which is ongoing, where they learn about maritime careers, and they are learning today all about the one of the jobs of the Coast Guard is environmental response. So they're going to do a bit of a mock spill drill and cleanup recovery, and then we're going to sail around like yahoos on the water.
That sounds like fun. What a great opportunity for these young people to have exposure to this. Now tell me, how is Verity Home Care, why did you want to become involved with this?
So our organization is a senior care company, and we're based in Vancouver. And I've always believed that we need to pay forward our debt for all that other organizations have done for our own kids and our own cadets. Now, Roger Girouard, who is the Assistant Commissioner and runs the Western region of the Coast Guard, he is a super supporter of Navy League cadets. So I called him up one day about 5 years ago. I said, do you want to do a program together? And he was all over it and still is.
Great.
Yeah, so the organization, we support several different charities, and this is one of the big ones. We provide the RNs for their summer camp, and they do sailing camps in several times a year, but on the long weekend in August they have a glorious 3-day extravaganza, and so we provide the nursing care for that.
Now at Verity Home Care, do you work with a lot of veterans?
We do absolutely. It's not the main source of our business. We do all seniors, but we do have a lot of veterans, and some very elderly veterans from World War II. And I found out about homeless veterans a few years ago, about 9 years ago, and I didn't know there was such a thing in Canada, and it upset me terribly, and I wanted to find out more about what our company could do to support them. So we've been running homeless veterans clinics and making survival packs and organizing in conjunction with several other organizations to provide food drives and rescue and first aid for those people. Yeah, it's so sad.
It is sad, and it's so important, of course, that we support the people in our community.
Exactly.
And it's wonderful to see you doing that, and
Thank
Verity
you.
Home Care doing that. Now, I hear we're going to have some fun out on the water. I'm prepared, but we need to get you a life vest.
We will get into orange onesies and then head out on the water.
Can't wait. So
Yeah,
we're going to
me
do that
too.
coming up later in the
You
show,
bet.
and also meet some of the young cadets as well.
Yeah, more excitement to follow.
All right. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Victoria. We're back learning more now about Verity Home Care and the special work that they're doing in the community. So we're suited up, we're ready to go out on the boat. What exactly are these young cadets going to be doing today?
The kids are going to learn how to do an environmental response with the Canadian Coast Guard.
Great,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I imagine there's quite a bit that goes into this exercise that these young students are going to be learning about. So we're going to talk to someone from the Canadian Coast Guard just to get a little bit more and see what it's all about.
In the background.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. So Gabe, you're overseeing the exercise that these young individuals are doing today. So what exactly are they going to be doing and seeing?
Today, this afternoon, we had an opportunity to show them about Coast Guard operations in general, from our search and rescue program at the lifeboat to our aids to navigation or lights and buoys, and also a good focus on the environmental response aspect, as you can see with our boom deployment and oil recovery equipment showcase that we did.
So that big thing in the water, that's the boom?
That's correct.
Okay, and if there's some sort of oil spill, would that be what you would use to clean it up?
Yes, it's certainly a tool that we use for environmental response.
And what's the importance of these young cadets being able to learn about this?
It's important for them to know that there is somebody here to respond 24/7 to environmental emergencies in the marine environment. It's also important to them as Navy League cadets to understand what we do here at the Coast Guard, and maybe that could be like a career choice later to serve with the Coast Guard.
And something that might help with that career choice is getting to go fast in the boat too.
Absolutely, I missed that part. I'm kind of sad.
With the head honcho right now. This is Rogan, and you are the coxswain of Captain Rankin, is that right?
I am.
Wow, very cool. What did you think about the experience today?
Oh, well, I found it really fun. I've got to go on the boat.
Yeah. Have you ever gone that fast before when we were
Yes,
going
I have.
fast? What do you feel when we're doing that?
So this one accelerates more than the other boats that I've been on. So it was really fun.
So you like this one because we got to go really fast.
It's very stable as well.
Yeah, it certainly is. Do you think you'd like to have this as a career one day?
Definitely, yes, that would be fun.
Very cool. What a fabulous day it's been out in the sunshine with all these young people who are getting to experience this. Now, I think people will want to learn more about the work that Verity Home Care is doing, so what's the best way for them to find out more?
It's all on the internet. Just Google Verity Home Care and a world of information will pop up.
Well, thank you so much for having us
Well, thanks
today.
for
It's
being
been
such a good
real
sport.
treat,
It was
and
great.
yes, hope to do it again soon.
Indeed.